One. Hello, everyone. Well, today is another episode of MoreMito Miracles, and today I have my good friends. Well, Jude, I've known for 5 years now, and we've met in another health and wellness company many years ago. And Maryetta, thank you for being here today as well. It's the first time you and I have met, but we've spoken about some of the benefits that you've received here using MoreMito. So thank you both for joining us today.
Our pleasure. It's good to share and enlighten other people.
Well, what's interesting about this, I typically do an interview with one person at a time, but in this case, I was like, well, this is such a blessing to have both of you with us today. And you have a similar story, some of the health benefits that you both have received. We've heard of people having some tooth issues in the past and actually having success with MoreMito. So Jude, Maryetta, can you give us a little bit of background about what life was like before in regards to what you were dealing with at that time?
Well, my journey is with my dentures. I couldn't wear my dentures, and it got worse as time went on. It didn't get better. I would gag and not throw up, but I could not wear the dentures with the roof on the top because all my teeth were removed at the top, my upper gums. So because since 2003, I have been wearing my dentures, I had no bone structure whatsoever to put implants in my bones. So there's a new technology called zygomatic. The implants go in the cheeks, two like a hockey stick, two on each side that holds the dentures. These are dentures. Are they beautiful?
Yeah, they look wonderful, yes.
They're not porcelain. I got my two dentures. Amazing work they did. And I love them. So I never thought I would put implants in my mouth because God didn't put them there. But I got tired of not being able to wear my dentures and eat. Mm-hmm. So I had them put in as time went on. I had 3 surgeries within a year and a half because the implants did not take hold onto the bone, some of them. So they had to do surgery again to put different implants in 3 times in a year and a half. On the 3rd surgery, and this is normal, on this side, which is my right side, the implants affected the nerves. And I had this tingling sensation, not numbness, tingling. As time went on, my lips would get dry all the way around 1/2 inch above my lips. And that happened in the last 3 months. And it got worse and worse and flaky.
And
dry, bright red to boot.
Lips or something.
And so when Mito came along, thank goodness for I love the gel. The gel is what did it for me. I applied it. There was this relief I felt. Wonderful relief all the way around my mouth. And I put the gel on the inside next to my gums to the dentures. Now, they weren't the real dentures. They were the plastic dentures then I wore. I just got the portion 2 weeks ago. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, they look really good.
So I'm proud of showing them off because to have beautiful teeth is amazing.
Right?
And at my age. So anyway, I just feel amazing with my mouth a little once in a while. But there was a hole up here that came from it a little bit with a scab over it. That is all gone. I have a little on this side yet. I'm hoping as time goes on, it seems to help more wrinkles. So ladies want to use the Mito around your mouth for that alone. It's very good for that, I feel. As time goes on, it gets less and less. So I think in time, with all new technology and everything with Mito gel, I use 3/4 of that bottle, of that big container already.
How long have you been on it, Maryetta?
Huh?
How long have you been using it for now?
Since I got it a month and a half.
A month and a half ago? Okay, yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe a month.
Yeah, maybe.
I've been using the Mito a lot, the gel. I mean, nearly 3/4 of it's gone. I use it that much.
Right.
I just keep using it 3, 4, 5 times a day, just around my mouth, because I felt such a relief every time I used it on my mouth. It has a cooling sensation. Do you feel that too?
Well, I use it twice a day on my skin. I've started using it more on my stomach more in as well. I mean, the stuff works so good when it comes to like
What do you use it for your stomach for?
just fat, a little bit of dad bod fat, you know.
Oh.
Kids, so
You sound like me. You're looking for any avenue to help any little thing that's down the pipe. And if you only knew all the healing tools I have, oh my goodness, with frequency and everything, I
right.
got a knife full of frequencies.
So you have a good background when it comes to nutrition. Maryetta, it sounds like I know Jude does as well. Mary, you're looking at Jude like a whole bunch right there. Maryetta, you're looking at Jude like she's got quite a great background. And so, I mean, obviously through the years, you've used a lot of different products out there. Probably lots of different skin. We've all used a lot of different skin products out there.
Mm-hmm.
How does this compare to other things? What do you think? How do you see this as different than other skin products?
It's just a wonderful benefit with everything. I just love it for the mitochondria. I think it's a wonderful tool to add to benefit even better with all what I'm doing. It's like it finishes the circle. Maybe there's more. I don't know. But there's new technology coming out all the time that's so important. And I believe my spirit guides are always helping me to receive the new technology. I have an open mind, open heart, open soul. Amen. I'm not a young chick no more. I mean, but I feel the youngest I ever have in my life.
That is beautiful right there. That is awesome.
And I tell you how young I am.
I wasn't going to ask you. Please, sure. Go for it.
I'm 79 and be 80 this year.
Oh, congratulations.
And I feel absolutely youthful. I feel wonderfully blessed. But that's because I receive and use the technology that benefits me. If you question everything that's put out there, you'll never receive the blessing you can receive.
That's right. Yes. Amen. And so it's been an amazing journey, just united as friends out there on the forefront, looking for these different technologies that we think is the best, you know, bouncing ideas off one another. And just, Maria, could you please comment like on the, we've spoken about the skin cream, but the oil, what have you noticed on that? Have you noticed some?
Well, truthfully, I just know it's beneficial. And with all what I've learned about it, how important it is to wake up your cells to get benefits. And I have more energy, but I don't know. I'm doing so much. What I think is the key thing that makes it all work. And I'm living a happy life. My life has been extremely blessed by all the tools and things I have by having an open heart, open mind, and open soul.
That's awesome.
I love my life. And I'm not married. I'm single. I love my life where I'm at. Doesn't mean I won't receive.
You receive it. Yeah, a partner.
You know, if the journey's whatever it's supposed to be. But I don't make any plans for anything. I let the spirit within me work that out.
That's awesome. Just really being in flow in life.
Yes, it is. My life is in flow. I don't expect nothing. And if people say something, do something that suppose is hurtful, I go outside of myself. Okay, how do I look at this? How do I receive this? And so that I don't become emotionally attached about anything. I look outside that emotion and I see it for what it really is.
That's good. That's excellent advice right there. Thank you for that, Maryetta. Yes, thank you.
That's something I really learned in the last 3 or 4 months. I detach myself from the emotions and do not be participated of it and see it for really what it is. And then you can look at things realistically.
A lot of people have actually commented about that with MoreMito. Some people experience a breakthrough, like mentally. You already seem very enlightened, very in tune with yourself. It's very, very important. And, you know, it's very easy in this fast-paced world to react right away in a situation, for example. And what a lot of people have commented on who have been more reactive in the past is on the MoreMito, they've become more in tune and just kind of it's almost kind of like they could slow down time and think about the being in the moment a little bit more before they just fly off the handlebars quickly and saying something possibly that would hurt someone or something like this that they would regret later on. So that's something I've definitely noticed.
Did you notice how many more anxiety people we have in this world?
Yes.
So full. And people are on so much supplements. And it bothers me for one reason what they're doing. They're putting the cart before the horse. Get rid of the herbicide, pesticide, insecticide, and GMO first. Get rid of that. Eat whole food that God created us, which is organic only, folks. Organic only. Do you hear me? Only. If you do herbicide, pesticide, insecticide, and GMO, you're defeating the purpose what nutrition is supposed to do for you.
Exactly. And then also people like you're talking about, they go and they supplement with different vitamins out there. We have all done this in the past. You can go down the vitamin store and buy anything. You'd be like, okay, haven't tried that. But what you're talking about is getting down to the core, first of all, and getting that proper nutrition.
Get rid of the herbicide, pesticide, insecticide.
Most definitely.
GMO. If you get rid of that, that is one half of the problem.
Yeah. And also the MoreMito, it's really good for detoxifying the cells. This is very important because we know as we enhance the mitochondria, what the stuff is doing that you just mentioned, Maryetta, it's bringing down the life force energy, bringing down the energy of the body so the body can't do what it's meant to do. And that's what we're doing, is we're recharging the batteries of the cells using mitochondria enhancement. I keep mine in a little bottle. I've got these little bottles I get on Amazon everywhere I go, in the car, in my office, in my bedroom, just like absolutely everywhere. But, there's nothing wrong with supplementing. Obviously, this is whole food basically as well.
But people put the cart before the horse.
I
They
agree.
do the supplement, then they still on junk food. Junk food, ladies and gentlemen, junk food. It is totally what you're doing. You're detoxifying, then you're putting it back in there again. Detoxify. You're spending more money than you need to. Get organic food so it can lower. Yes, you're going to pay more for your food. That is true. But you're lowering the cost of the supplements when you do the other way around.
Well, and also you're going to be paying for your health, whether it's now or later. Can you comment on that right there?
Oh my God. Go to the ER because you have the junk food. I mean, it takes all your money away when you go to ER because of the junk food you're eating, with all the indigestion and all the appendicitis you're having, and all because of all the buildup of junk.
Yeah.
One thing problems.
I would say that one of my big New Year's resolutions this year was to cut sugar out of my diet. And that has been just like...
You mean to tell me you're just starting? I've done it since I was 27. No sugar in my house at all.
Since when for you?
27 years old. I read the book Sugar Blues. How to change my life. Read it.
Yeah, so I think that, for everyone on the call here, I think this is definitely a wake-up call for people to really pay attention. I mean, we've all heard don't eat junk food, but sometimes it's like sugar. It's almost like, oh, this dessert, oh, this ice cream, oh, this, carbs that you convert to sugar or whatever. But
wheat and potatoes are the worst.
What's that?
Wheat and potatoes are the worst, and sugar. Those three things, if you take it out of your diet, that's why we have diabetes. What is the first thing that when a person has diabetes that a doctor tells you to get off of? Sugar and potatoes and carbs. 3.
Potatoes. Okay. Sweet potatoes are okay though, right?
Sweet potatoes are wonderful. White sweet potatoes are delicious.
I love them. Yeah, most definitely. I'll work on the potatoes next. That's an easy one. If I can get ice cream from Cold Stone, I can definitely cut out that right there.
Get ice cream from almond milk or coconut.
There you go.
All that. I make them from scratch. I cook my own food. I eat organic. Very little do I go on.
So Maryetta, focusing back on the MoreMito, was there anything else that you had tried in the past for this tooth thing and nothing was helping until this actually?
No, the Midas is what I was so frustrated. I just couldn't.
Because you spent a lot of money, I'm sure, having this done, and it's important.
Well, it just happened in the last month that it seemed to affect my lips really bad. And when I got the Mito gel, that I felt immediate change in the feeling of the lips that was half an inch away from the lips. It looked like I had huge wrinkly lips. It was horrible.
Clown lips.
Yeah. It was awful.
I had the little sample jar.
Yeah, that she gave me, and I went home with it. Oh, it was wonderful.
The next day she called and said, "Oh my God." Yeah.
Big difference.
Yeah.
And that was extreme. Now internally, I was doing lots of things in my body that I do. I'm one of the freaky tool. I have lots of tools. Tools that are not cheap that I use daily. Mm-hmm. But I do it because I don't want to live forever. That's not what I do it for. I want to live to my ultimate purpose in life while I'm alive. And I want God to take me during the time when I'm still healthy. I don't care to die unhealthy. I want to pass over on the other side when I'm healthy.
That is awesome. That is such an inspiration. You are an inspiration, both of you. And I've just really, it's such a blessing to get to know you today, Maryetta. And I'm so happy that this has been something that's been very beneficial for you. So
God really told me lately that I need to tell people that it's so important to eat food that is healthy instead of all this other stuff you're doing that's important for you to take, but do it right. Eat healthy first before you spend all this money, and get your body to get used to organic foods. And we're not going to have the opportunity of organic food if we do not keep our food industry aware what we want.
Exactly.
We have to push organic food from the farmers.
Mm-hmm.
Most definitely. So, well, thank you, Maryetta. Let's see. We got some questions for Jude here this morning. Jude, you've taken a lot of different products in the past as well. And you've been on the MoreMito now for, how long has it been now for you?
It's probably been a month and a half. And Maryetta, a month and a little bit, because as soon as I got my little samples, I got the bottle and then the little sample things, and I gave it to her. Anyway, so I've been on that. To start out, I'd like to say, I've definitely got some dental issues.
Yeah.
And I want to go in. I want to be able to tell people what got me in this position, so they can take that advice and not get in the same position I'm in now. Okay. Oh God, here's being transparent.
You hide it.
Freaks me out.
So
but
what happened?
I historically have gone to Franken dentists. Now, for people who don't know, a Franken dentist is kind of like Frankenstein. And as a kid, I was adhesive taped into the chair. Legs, arms, neck. Ugh. Anyway, so evidently, I go, oh God, what the hell is my dental karma? But whatever. So I would go to all these dentists, and I had crowns, and they were like cockeyed and and then I had my front tooth, and it would keep coming out, and so it's like, okay, then I was going on a trip to Mexico and put my regulator in my mouth because it was going to be a diving trip, and it's like, oh God, this will never work. My tooth will come out. And so I made it a dental trip, and I checked out several different dental vacation companies, and they recommended, this clinic down in Cabo. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so I go, and, the documentation, German, technology, quality, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Oh my God. Anyway, so that lesson is, go way deeper. They're trying to sell you a project or, a dental guy. So, go deeper. Anyway, that was my lesson there. So I go, and every single tooth here came off and dental crowns. And anyway, this crown, one on there, good enough. I'm swooshing one day and it swooshed right out. Anyway, so then on the bottom, I have front teeth here, but the back teeth I needed, you know, teeth on both lower sides. Wow. So they did 2 dental implants on this side and 2 dental implants on this side. I knew something was wrong. I knew I had an infection. So I come back to the States, and about a week later, this one came up. It took about 18 hours. And then this one I felt come up, and it came out in like, you know, 3 hours. It was wild feeling it, you know. Anyway, but so this side is happy now because it's got rid of, you know, that funky, you know, metal implant post. So now this one here, I was getting pain back on this back one. I mean, all the time, not like screaming pain, but it's like, God, something's really wrong back here. And that one is submerged. You can't even see that post. First you put in the post and then the bones have to, you know, solidify. And then that's when they would put the tooth on. And then this one here, you can see a little bit, but so I go to, actually, I'm going to Dr. Mercola's dentist here in St. Pete, about 1.5 miles from me, a holistic dentist. And, you know, he takes his x-rays and he goes, you know, this front one's on the nerve. Yeah. And I go, well, the pain is back here. He goes, well, that's, I forget the adjective he used, but, you know, the pain was coming back here. And this is the one I was like feeling the pain, the sensation the whole time. Right. It was more, I guess, heavy sensation versus like, ouch. And so, so anyway, it's like, oh God. So, okay. Same thing happened. It's okay. When a post is on the nerve, what happened is it made the muscle, my lip muscles here on this side, be like dead. And, you know, so when I put lipstick on, I mean, they're just kind of like
numbness
hanging there. I mean, they have no muscle tone whatsoever. And it's getting better because I don't see it as much, you know, when I'm doing Zooms and, you know, in the camera. But so then trying to put on lipstick when you can't feel your lip, it's kind of funny, but anyway, whatever. But the numbness, the tingling, the scabby skin. Yeah. It was like, okay, let's see. Yeah. And let me make sure. Yeah, the numbness, the muscles, you know, it was really hard to put lipstick on because you couldn't feel your lip. And it, okay. So then my good buddy Ryan calls and says, hey, I got some good stuff. And it's like, okay, I am open. I became interested in alternative ways in my early 20s. My granny went to a assisted living and she was only on 23 meds. It's like, I'm not going down that road. So I have really opened my mind up metaphysically, spiritually, and, you know, to alternative stuff. I'm on no meds, none. Although
the MoreMito.
This is better than a med. Hey, this is Chinese medicine. Anyway, so then I get it, and it's like, oh my God, I don't have the sensation here anymore. The numbness has, you know, gone away, although the muscle tone, well, I can feel it. It's getting better, but bottom line, that implant post is still on that nerve. And, you know, Dr. Latano wants to, you know, get it out. It's metal. It's not good. It's like, wow. Anyway, but yeah, I'm so happy that, and I felt it like, I don't know, a day or two, something like that, that it was really helping. And, you know, I have no sensation here. The only time I can feel sensation is when I'm pressing, you know, on the front and the back implant.
Right.
Anyway, so, oh God, you people definitely do your research on the dentist.
Because when people are in pain, what do the doctors do? They give them like a pain pill, for example, which are very addictive and not good for you at all.
Well, you know, I left Mexico, so I had no more communication with that. And so then I came here and I went to 2 dentists and they wouldn't touch me with a 10-foot pole. And anyway, Dr. Latano, Dr. Mercola's dentist, I mean, you know, he's there to help people. And I mean, what a mess. I mean, oh my God.
You've been through a lot with all that.
What a mess. So a lot of dentists go, oh, out of my space. But they charge me big time for doing nothing, just looking. Anyway, whatever. So now, yeah, very exciting. Another thing that I noticed with the MoreMito, I was a computer programmer when I was 19, you know, years ago, 50 years ago plus. And so I'm quite the nerd and I love all these technology products or projects and, you know, crypto projects. And, you know, I mean, my brain is just total nerd. And so, but I helped a lot of people and I helped a lot of people into this company, which seemed like fabulous. They had Hollywood level videos and da-da-da-da-da. And it was a rug pull. And I went into such a deep depression.
Yeah.
Because all these other people, I mean, we all lost. Yeah. Oh my God. And so, and you know, I love people. And so I felt like responsible because they couldn't do it on their own. They had to have my help to get in. Anyway, so I was like, oh my God. Anyway, MoreMito.
Help pull you out of that.
Ratcheting up. Yeah. So it's really helped my mental thing there. And, you know, it's helped. Oh God, I got to say this one thing. Ugh. This tooth, you know, because we lost everything in that crypto project, or since I'm going to speak for myself, lost everything in that crypto project. I don't have the money right now, you know, to get this tooth fixed. I've got another investment that's going to be coming in next month. So, you know, and then the tooth will get fixed. But it's been at least 9 months that this tooth has been out. And it's like, I mean, and let's face it, you know, I've got vanity going on. And it's like, oh my God, it's like, oh.
They're going to pull it off with you.
And I don't see it. I see your personality. That's all.
Yeah, she just radiates.
You know, it doesn't matter to me. But for her, if I was in her shoes, I would feel the same way. That's why I had these implants put in, because I was tired of taking my dentures out to be able to exist halfway decent, because I kept gagging.
That's a lot to go through.
Anyway, having this tooth missing, you know, there's always a silver lining, and you got to see the silver lining. The silver lining is me looking beyond skin deep. And yeah, so
that's important.
And, you know, being more accepting of myself and others. I mean, you know, it's like if I would see someone with a tooth missing, I go, God, I bet you they were in that movie Deliverance.
Right.
And then I tell people, no, I wasn't in that movie Deliverance. But, you know, it's like, so it's put me into a position to be not so judgmental of myself and others. So yeah, that's exciting.
It's really beautiful how we learn these lessons in life, going through different phases of life. And but if we could focus on like the mental, because there's a lot of people, just as Maryetta had mentioned, going through depression, anxiety. I mean, there is a lot of people out there suffering. You know,
they're sick.
And so we've seen a lot of people on MoreMito overcoming depression, PTSD. I mean, you hop on our corporate calls every Saturday, you'll hear lots of people that had just debilitating PTSD, for example. It's just amazing because I had no idea that a natural product could actually help someone. Yeah, depression, take some 5-HTP or something, that all these neurotransmitter things out there, but it goes deeper than that. I think this is weighing on me right now to share, is helping people become educated about how important the ATP energy is. Because when we go through these low moments in life, it lowers our energy. Our energy is deficient right there. Whether it's in our brain or our energetic beating, we notice that something is off right there. And like you're saying, this pulled you out of that funk right there. There's been a lot of studies coming out in the last few months regarding lower mitochondria, you know, in people's negative self-talk and stuff like this. And so I think it's just amazing that we have the ability to help others with that right there, that are going through similar things.
By the way, to finish up my story, and I forgot, because this is so wonderful, that implant that they put in to change it, it affected the nerve endings. It's less and less feelings, and it's working. See, the mouth implant affects the nerve back here, goes up here through here. And when it goes through here and the nerves are affected by the implants, which it didn't this side, but it did this side, I had real strong feeling of tingliness, which is still a lot of the nerves are trying to find its way to reroute itself, because I'm having less and less of that. So that's what's happening.
That's good. That's good. I think doctors should have something like this. I mean, it's pretty interesting. You go in these doctors' offices, and I guarantee basically no one out there has something like this to help with that. You know, they're pushing.
They're not in to heal you. They're in to maintain you.
The stuff.
I know people think that they're to save you, but they're only there to maintain you, keep you going alive.
Well, I think a lot of people are waking up this year with new technologies, you know, nanotechnology delivery systems. Right. And when I say nanotech, the ability to get down so small, just beyond what most of these vitamins do, which is just, you're just taking a whole bunch of, and very little absorption. This is so important. Like, nutrients can work miracles when they're actually able to deliver properly into the body, the mind, just our being right there. So, and look, here we go. We have two beautiful ladies here having phenomenal results and feeling better. And
I love my life. Happy. Absolutely love my life. I still have my own business. I have awesome. A beautiful boutique, 3 girls working for me. And so I don't work it anymore, but buy the merchandise and put it in place. But I love my life. I'm going dancing 3 nights a week. It's true, isn't it? Oh, yeah. And I love my life. I'm very active and doing my thing.
You know what's interesting is, before I got on MoreMito, I was not a dancer at all. And after being on MoreMito, it got really, all of a sudden I had my groove back out there. I was actually able to dance. More so, like I was always like the last person on the dance floor type situation. I was like fearful of getting out there and stuff like this. It was like the music wasn't flowing through me. And afterwards, it's like, I don't hesitate at all to get out there, and the music starts going through me. But I was like fearful of it. I mean, all the way back to 8th grade, like dancing in middle school, you know, or lack of. So that's awesome that you're so active out there and just really expressing yourself, Maryetta.
I love, like I said, I love my life. I love who I became, feeling at peace with me, and that God created me for a purpose, and my life is full of purpose.
That is awesome. That's so inspirational right there. And so, Jude, is there anything else that you would like to say as we wrap this call up today?
I just want to say, thank you, Dr. Whoever, who put this technology together. And thank you for Ryan, for you bringing it to me. Yeah, it's changing lives. It's changing lives on, mentally, physically, and so quick. It's it's amazing.
Right.
And so, there's other things that, I've had issues with that we can talk about, specifically another time. But yeah, how it's helped, this awareness. It's like,
well, I could tell when you called me and you're like, and my friend Maryetta also, you were so happy to share your testimonial. And I just really appreciate both of you out there, because there's people out there that going through similar things, situations that you both have been through. And that's this knowledge getting out there to help make their lives better. So I greatly appreciate you both as well. And thank you for being on this call today.
You're welcome. Thank you for
Thank you, Ryan.
Yes, thank you.
Interesting.
Pleasure meeting you, Maryetta.
You too.
All right.
Blessed
Thank
day.
you. Blessings.
Thank you. God bless.
God bless.